Good afternoon, everyone. Meet Davy. Davy is also known as Houdini. Look at that. This little boy is Marbella's, one of Marbella's boys. So he's a little buckling. He's having fun gobbling up my amaranth at the moment, which I really didn't particularly want eaten, but I've made his chain a bit long, so I might actually shorten that so that he can't reach the amaranth, because I actually want more of the amaranth to grow, and if he eats it all, it won't. But this is Houdini. Mr. Davy likes to escape, so Mr. Davy is now on weed patrol over the entire property. Well, not the entire property, just where I can chain him up. So he is now tethered, and he seems to be, he's learnt to walk quite nicely on the lead now. He follows me well, so that's really, really good. He's really having fun with this amaranth. I've actually noticed that all of the animals really, really love the amaranth. So I'm actually hoping to grow a lot more of it. And I should probably shorten Davy's lead before he gets much more of it. But yeah, he's my good little buckling, who's currently now stuck in my amaranth. Actually, now that he's broken it off, I will just remove it out of his reach. Oops. Well, that didn't quite work. I only got part of it. I'm not quite sure when it's ready to harvest. I'm pretty sure it's actually ready now, because I've been getting some seeds off it every now and then. Sprinkled some on the ground the other day. Anyway, I'll let Davy have the rest of that. But, so, permaculture in action. I had a weed mess over here that I want cleaned up. And I have a goat over here who's got to be on a tether, so he can clean up all this mess. And the beautiful part is, this section that I can't get in under can be a little shelter for Davy while he's over here. So I'm really pleased about that. That should work really, really well, because I can't get under there to weed it, not to save my life. But yes, he is going to town on that amaranth. Very high source of protein, amaranth. It's really very good for him. Not quite sure how good the tomato is for him though. But it's all good. I mean, everything in here is all volunteer, so I'm quite happy for him to eat whatever he wants, because usually get the chickens in to clean things up, but the chickens are limited to a small confined area, and they don't really like the really high stuff. They prefer to have stuff that's down on the ground. So once Davy's cleaned up that area, I'll probably move the garden beds and go from there. But yes, you wouldn't believe that this area was just hip high in cobbler's pegs when we moved in. It was just a mess, and we couldn't see it because there was a shelter over the top of the pool which got blown off during a storm. And my plan is to actually grow passion fruit over the top of it. So yes, that'll be really, really nice. I'm looking forward to that going into place. I've got a few passion fruit vines planted. I need a lot more planted. Grapes would be really nice too. I might do some grapes. But yeah, permaculture in action. Turn a problem into a solution. They turned two problems into a solution here. Weed problem and goat problem. Goat problem. He's such a cute goat. He really is. He's not terribly friendly. I haven't spent enough time with him handling him, but he is a lovely little goat. He is going to get a lot bigger than this. He's probably about half his full size at the moment. But yes, I better get in and get my chores done. I've done most of the chickens. I've collected all the eggs, and I've fed everyone. So no, I've done all the chickens. I've just got to do the goats now and check on the cows, find out what's got them upset. Somebody's bellowing over there, and I still haven't gotten into those tomatoes. Oh dear. Not to worry. But Davey's doing a wonderful job here. Doesn't take long for a goat to clean up weeds, and they love it. It's like candy to them. And you can see he's a happy little goat. He would prefer it if he could get over to the chickweed over here. He really wants the chickweed. But I'm not all that fond of him getting into the chickweed. Chickens are having a bit of a squabble. She, my light Sussex. I really should take this shade cloth down. My beautiful light Sussex. Three light Sussex girls. And one Plymouth Rock. I'm going to actually pop her in with Matthew's chicken at some point. Oh, and there's our Manzo. Oh, the ducks are very excited over there for some reason. The ducks are excited. I must get that kiddie pool out of there. It floated in, it got blown into the pool when it was a while ago by the wind, and I didn't get a chance to get it out, and then it rained. It filled up with water. Always something to do. Always something that needs doing. Which is why I love it when I can put animals to work to do some work for me. Oh, look at Davey going to town on that. I think that may have actually been a sunflower. I would have liked to have had that grow, but it's not tragic. Nothing's tragic. Ooh, give an amaranth leaf to the chickens. See how the chickens think. What do the chickens think of the amaranth? They're not half as excited as the goat is. And the cow's just demolished it. Fussy chickens. Oh, here she goes. Let's go around the other side. I'm going to be careful of this rooster. He'll peck my toes if I'm not careful. And I'm wearing thongs. He will get me. He's a bit feisty, this one. He's a beautiful bird, but he's feisty. Oh, he's feisty. Feisty bird. Feisty little rooster. That's growing in your garden at the moment. I'd love to see photos and videos of it. I love these light Sussex. Light Sussex are a beautiful bird. Oh, you can see the Plymouth Rock now better. These two were actually given to me recently, and I popped the Plymouth Rock in here with the light Sussex because I didn't want to put the light Sussex girl in here on her own because I knew she'd get picked on too much. Because whenever you introduce chickens, you need to introduce the same number that are in there. So I would have been better off putting 3 birds in here instead of only 2. But I was hoping with the fact that I had only 2 hens and 1 rooster that it would be okay. They do tend to pick on these 2 a bit though. These 2 girls are a lot older. Almanzo, don't bite me. Don't bite me. He's a naughty pussycat sometimes. No, naughty pussycat. See, if I'd put the goat through here first, he would have just eaten all of this. Instead, the chickens have just squashed it down, which does make it so I can walk through here, which is fantastic, because it was becoming a bit of a jungle. Oh, check out the pigeon pea. It is just loaded in flowers. It's going to be covered. It is shading out my poor little lemon myrtle down here, which still seems to be doing quite well, actually. Yep. Sweet potato's doing okay. Lemon myrtle doesn't grow all that quickly. The cassava's grown quickly. I should have a decent patch of cassava here. But the pigeon pea, I've taken bits off this and given it to the goats to try and make it so the lemon myrtle had a little more sun. And just had to keep breaking more and more of it off. And it is just doing really well. I'm looking forward to when some of these flowers turn into seeds so that I can actually propagate it around the property, because the pigeon pea is a fantastic plant to have in your garden. It's a nitrogen fixer for one, so it adds nitrogen to the soil, which fertilises the soil, which helps the plants grow. And you can also use it for chop and drop mulch. So you just break bits off and you put it on the ground, and it works as a beautiful mulch, which again adds nitrogen into the soil. And the other advantage of it for me here is it becomes forage for the animals as well. So it's food for my goats and food for my cows. It is just an overall fantastic plant. So I'm really looking forward to getting some seeds from it, because I think I've only got 2 that have survived so far, between goats eating it and just dodgy weather and my neglect and chickens getting to it and various other things. I only got 2 plants out of, I planted so many different seeds around the place. Oh, and I planted a seed and it started growing, and somebody that was helping me covered it with mulch. But that was about 6 months ago, so it's just things that happen. I always appreciate the extra help that I get. Any volunteers are gratefully appreciated. Just sometimes I have to undo some of the things they do. It's unfortunate sometimes when I don't notice what they've done for a while. So I don't actually get to undo what got done. But most of the time they help, and have done a huge amount of help. Like here that was all covered in bushes and trees, and I got it cleared out so I was able to put that fresh fence in. I mean, that was a while ago, and I still haven't finished doing the fence down that side. I must get into that. Good weather for that, actually. But yes. But yeah. Oh, I've been distracted, haven't I? I haven't got my chores done. So yes, let's see how my solution is going over here. Look at that. See, I can't get in there. I'm not short enough to get in under there. Even with a whippersnipper, you couldn't get in under there. It wasn't a very good place to put it, actually. But he's in there happily chomping it up. Free food. Happy goat. The only problem when I do this, occasionally I have some woody weeds and they eat all the leaves off them and then they get tangled around the stalk. That's a bit painful. Davey managed to do that the other night, just after I'd gotten into my jammies and my dressing gown and gotten all nice and cuddled up under a blanket. It was nice and warm, and he was hollering out here. So in the pitch dark I had to come down with the torch and untangle him. The things you do for goats. but they're good fun. Love my goats. Oh, he's found something interesting over there to chomp on. Yeah, I'll do another video of what this looks like tomorrow when he's gotten through it. Or before I move him anyway. Because I'll probably move him down there a bit. I just got to be careful that he doesn't get to my lemon myrtle and my pigeon pea. Because he would demolish them. Anyway, have a great day. I better milk my goats before I lose the sunlight completely. Have a good one. Any comments, questions or suggestions? Or if you have a backyard project and you're local and you'd like to borrow Davey and his brother. Great little clean-up crew, these two. Just got to make sure you've got good fences or something solid that I can attach their chain to. They don't miss much. Anyway, have a great day. Bless you.